the UFC dropped their new rankings earlier today after UFC Fight Night Houston on the weekend, and some of these are some of the worst rankings I've ever seen, and we need to get a new system in. Obviously, Dana White claims that it's nothing to do with him, and it's all the media, and I know the media are retarded, but like, some of these, you can tell Dana's got some influence. So we'll start with the flyweights. This is like the smallest issue of them all. They ranked Joseph Morales, which I understand, especially after Ali B, or whatever his name is, after his performance this weekend against Ode Osborne. He looked really good, and obviously Morales dominated him a few months ago. So I don't mind this, but the problem is, why would you unrank Cavana the week of his fight? You know what I mean? He's fighting Moreno. It's already a questionable fight with the matchmaking. I know it's short notice, but why would you then remove him from the rankings, and it just makes it look even worse? This unranked guy coming off a KO loss is getting a top 6 fight in the main event. So I don't know about that one, but that's like the smallest issue of them all. They could have just waited till next week to rank Morales, but whatever. Then we go to featherweight. Obviously, Costa just had a big win against Dan Ige. Even with him getting ranked, why is he not above Pitbull? You know what I mean? Why, like a lot of these guys, why is he not above Ortega? Why is he not above Emmett? These guys haven't won a fight in like years. Like, when was the last time Ortega won a fight? I think it was against Yair, who's also top 4 for no reason. You know what I mean? So these whole rankings, like, I know a lot of people think featherweight's like the best division in the UFC, right? It's not. You know, you got Volk, obviously that's sick. All these guys at the top, apart from Yair, they're all really good. But like, there's some guys ranked here. Like Pitbull's 1-1 in the UFC, and his only win is Dan Ige, who Costa just smoked, and Pitbull went to a competitive decision with him, and it was a much worse version of Ige. So like, just a lot of these rankings are really questionable. These aren't the biggest issues though. The biggest issues are down here. So the at welterweight, obviously Medic, he just got a big first round knockout over Jeff Neal. Obviously he's going to be ranked, right? But Colby Covington somehow moves up a rank to number 13. Put it into perspective, last time Colby won a fight, I was 15, and I'm about to turn 20. And they've just moved him up in the rankings, right? For no reason. And D-Rod, I don't even know how he's still ranked. He's ranked number 15. You're telling me out of this whole division you couldn't find room for Soriano, who just won 4 in a row and knocked out Medic in 30 seconds. But no, we've got to move up Colby Covington. You can tell why they're doing this is because they want him on the White House card, which I get, but like, we don't need him moving up in the rankings to go rank number 13. That's not going to change anything, you know what I mean? Like, rank the guys who are on win streaks outside the top 15, who deserve it way more than Colby. Even Brahimaj, who just lost to Soriano, like, he deserved it more because he was on a crazy win streak. Well, not crazy, but he was on a decent win streak before that. But like, some of these decisions that they're making with these rankings, we need a new system. This one again, I get Fluffy just lost, but why is he below Brendan Allen, who he beat a year ago? Why is he still top 5? He's won 1 fight since 2021 or 2022. It's just a lot of weird decisions going around. Like, Jared just lost to MVP, and they didn't rank MVP. Like, just a lot of weird decisions going on. This is probably the worst one here. Derek Lewis moving up 3 spots after he just quit against Waldo Cortez Acosta. Like, there's a lot of, like, why is Martian Tybura ranked above D'Elia, who knocked him out in a round 6 months ago? Tybura hasn't even fought since then. I know D'Elia's gone 0-2, but at least he's fighting. Tybura got knocked out by D'Elia in a round, and then now he's ranked above him for some reason. And Derek Lewis is moving up. So weird decisions are going all around, but some of these is like why is Taliesin Teixeira ranked number 11 in the world? You know what I mean? Like, some crazy bad decisions going on. But yeah, they need a new system to figure out these rankings. Like, some of these are just weird. Costa still being ranked. I know he won his recent fight, but yeah. But anyway, the UFC just announced some more fights. This is a bit more of a positive note. First of all, I see a lot of people complaining about this fight, but I actually do not mind it. Obviously, we'll go back to the rankings up here. So, let's heavyweight. Blaze ranked 4. Obviously, Hockett isn't ranked, but he probably should be. Like, he's probably done more than Parkin coming off a loss. Gaziev's not beat anyone good, so Hockett probably should be ranked. I'm seeing a lot of people say Dana White privilege, because obviously he's got the whole style where he's trying to be Hulk Hogan and stuff on the mic. It doesn't really work. But a lot of these guys are heavyweight. Like, Kuniev's had 2 UFC fights, and they were both against top 5 opponents. I know Almeida was short notice, but still. D'Elia got a top 7 guy in his debut. Teixeira's had 2 ranked guys. which he didn't deserve either of them. You know what I mean? He got ranked after his debut. Parkins never beat a ranked opponent, you know what I mean? So I actually don't mind Hockett getting this fight. I do think it's an interesting fight. I think he might be able to beat this version of Blades, because obviously Blades, like, he looked really bad against Kunyev, even though he won. Knocked down in a minute against Tom. Knocked down in the first round versus Blades. He was getting ragdolled by Almeida. So this version of Blades, I don't know if I can trust him and his chin against Hockett, who has decent power. So yeah, I don't mind this fight. I think it's pretty okay matchmaking. I'd rather have seen Hockett get like a Tybura or something first, but I'll take it. It'll be a hype fight. Maybe they get him on the press conference, I'm not sure. Probably not, because it's the UFC. Obviously, we knew about Holland versus Brown. This is pretty sick matchmaking. I'm not going to talk about that. We knew about Walker versus Reyes, but it got officially announced today. And I don't mind it. It's going to be a meme fight. You know someone's getting KO'd pretty brutally, probably in the first round. And it's a decent main card edition, I guess. I'm not sure what they're going to have on the prelims compared to the main card. They'll probably just throw this on the main card because it's the UFC, even though it shouldn't be. But I'd probably have this. This is obviously going to be the co-main. I'll probably have this would definitely be on the main card. This should be on the main card, and the main event, which I'm assuming is going to be a Yuri fight. They're saying it might be Hamzat versus Yuri, which it shouldn't be. It should be Yuri versus Olberg, but that should be the main event. Obviously, this is the co-main. Then that's a Blades fight, Reyes fight, and Azamat fight. It should make up the rest of the main card. Then you can have Kev headline the prelims and all these fights on the prelims. This fight is... They announced this today. Well, the UFC didn't, but it got announced today. I don't know what Luque did to deserve this. I know he's pulled out a couple of fights and had a couple of bad performances, but just give him someone easy. But yeah, Dorcas gets another decently big name fight, I guess. That's good for him. Nate versus Carl. That's a pretty sick fight, to be fair. But yeah, this got officially announced today as well. Costa versus Mirzakhanov. A lot of people complained about this one when it got first said that it's happening, but I actually don't mind the fight as much because obviously Azamat's ranked number 6. Did they actually get that right? Yeah, but he's not very well known. You know, he beat Rakic, he beat Ribeiro, but not really crazy. But this is a good chance. You know, if he beats Costa, especially if he knocks out Costa, there's gonna be a lot of people talking about him. So I actually don't mind this one. And obviously, if Costa wins, now you got another big name in the title picture at light heavyweight. And I think he has a way better chance than some people are making out. It would just be funny if this guy loses to this random guy who looks like he owns a kebab shop, you know what I mean? But I do think Azamat probably going to win that one. But yeah, just wanted to talk about how shit this UFC ranking system is, and just they need to fix it at some point. I don't know how much influence Dana has. He definitely has a little bit. You can see with that. But yeah, they announced some fights. The matchmaking's getting a bit better, I guess. I'll probably make a video tomorrow talking about how shit the White House card is probably going to be, because a lot of these champs ain't going to be on the White House card, so I think we might only get 1 or 2 title fights. But yeah, UFC needs to fix the matchmaking and fix the rankings now, but this card's looking pretty good, especially because my Pookie Bear's there. Anyway, yeah, fucking hell, thanks for watching. I need to stop looking at these rankings, man. It's pissing me off.